Alright, welcome everyone to Rome 2 Emperor Edition. Now, this game, recently Creative Assembly has done its Total War big sale, and this game actually didn't go on sale, but they did have a free weekend giveaway, and I thought, well, let's download it and see what it's all about. And I've played a little bit of it. I've done the prologue, and I sort of started a grand campaign. So this video is just going to be sort of a critique or a comparison to the old Rome Total War, which I know I'm going to get back to that campaign. I just need a little bit more time. Don't worry. But we're going to well, first let's sort of take a look at the sort of menu screen here. We got. One thing I have noticed is you got the prologue, which is sort of tutorial, grand campaign, which choose your different factions. Also, Imperator Augustus, Caesar and Gaul, Hannibal at the gates. Now these two, they are like DLC buy-on things. The Imperator Augustus is actually later in Roman history. It starts in 41 BC, and the grand campaign is 272 BC. Now, in the original Rome, you had 3 different houses in Rome. This one actually just combines them all into one sort of playable faction. There's different houses or different factions you can choose within this as they're starting, and they each have different traits. Same thing for Carthage, you can choose different dynasties. Some of them are the Seleucids. Oh yeah, the successor kingdoms. This is the Alexander ones. You have the Seleucids, Ptolemies in Egypt, the Macedonians, and Bactrians. Some of them are only single, such as the Gauls, or the Britons, or even the Balkan tribes, which I guess is Dacia, I suppose. But they all have their different sort of things. They'll have different victory conditions, but I think for winning the game you have to satisfy every one of these: military, economic, and cultural. Or I could be wrong. I could be wrong in the fact that you may only need to satisfy one of these victories to win a game, but I haven't really had too much time to take a look at that. Historical battles kind of were a bit sad, in the fact that some of these you're able to play, such as Fidna and Teutoburg, but others, such as Alasia, Purchas, and Cannae Purchas. Yeah, that's still the whole DLC thing, and that's what really makes me sad about this game, is that they're still following the whole thing of, hey, here's the game, but here's extra DLC, which we're not including, and you have to buy extra stuff to get all the full game. It's quite sad. But, we're not going to dwell on that too much, and right now we're just gonna, you know, let's start a grand campaign for the Roman faction. We'll just choose Julia for this one.
You are at war with the Etruscan League. March north and capture their territories. This will allow you to consolidate Italia and ensure the safety of Rome. You must wage war if you hope to extend your dominion. Syracuse and Carthage own territory in Magna Graecia, so conflict with them is inevitable if you wish to expand across the Mediterranean. Otherwise, they may prove useful allies against Etruria or the Gaulish tribes to the north. Come what may, Rome will triumph.
Alright, so we got our first objective issued. Completely control true provinces by direct ownership or through client states and military allies. So, this is the game. Like I said, the map looks gorgeous compared to most of the other games. I think this is more or less similar going off from the Shogun 2, which I actually do have, and it works pretty nice. But, so, let me see. We got our spy, and we got our armies here. Different unit cards. The unit cards are a whole lot different compared to a lot of the other games. We got our ships, and yes, there are sea battles in this game, which I was really happy with. I haven't mastered them yet, and I probably won't get a chance to, but it's still really, really nice. Now, the objective said we have to take 2, we have to take 2 provinces. Now, in the old game, I sort of said that provinces, each one of the cities would be a province. Not in this game. The provinces is the entirety of Italia. That includes Rome, Neapolis, Velathri, and Arminium. That entirety, those 4 cities make up the entirety of one province. Down here we'll have Brundisium. This sort of makes up Magna Graecia. Brundisium, Cosentia, Syracuse, and Lilybaeum. Now, so to get that objective, we'd have to capture 2 full, complete provinces. So, starting with this so far, let's see what we got down here. We have the... Oh,
when you
no, I
selected
don't want you. We have our faction overview. You have your politics, your characters, which is the different houses here. And you have different houses. You have the Julia, the Junia, and a few others. And so they're all sort of one big house as you play, but whereas in the other Rome, they were 3 separate houses, and the Senate. You have your summary, which overall view of your faction so far, and down here is the amount of your progress in the game. Records are for what has happened in the game. We'll probably get to those later, and stats are just statistics. Objectives. Now, here's the 3 objectives. You have your chapter objectives and your ultimate, which is to hold all of those. And active missions are small little things. I'll probably get to those later. You have current objectives and bonuses. Bonuses are the hold the entirety of one province, subjugate or capture or kill off the Etruscan League, and go to war with Carthage. And you get certain rewards for those. And next, you have your trade and finance, taxes, expenditures, the list for that stuff. Now, technologies. Technologies are a bit shortened compared to other games such as Empire, Total War, and Napoleon Total War, where they had a huge tree available. This one only has 2 types. You have military and you have economic. And to start off, so all the others are locked here. We'll just start with this one, I suppose. And you can see over on the left there, says supply reforms and what it gives you and stuff like that. You have management, tactics, and siege. And for economics, you have the economy, philosophy, and construction. And each sort of provide their own little things. So, this is Rome. You have the city over here. We can actually expand the city, and this is one of the things I really like, is when you expand the city, bada boom, the city actually grows bigger, and it looks really cool, and I really, really like that very much. Here's all the buildings we have available. Those in red we cannot build yet because they either require technology or we don't have enough cash. Let's just get... we already do have that, so let's just get... shoot. Let's get consecrated ground. And we can also upgrade our different buildings here. We'll not mess with that right at the moment. Down here you have, I guess, the amount of influence. I'm not quite sure what that one is. You have your population happiness. Green means the happiness is going up. Yellow is sort of neutral, and red means it's going down. Yeah, that's going down -12 for 2 turns. And anytime there's a hammer above that, that means the city can be expanded upon. But, let me see. I don't think I can. No, I can. Alright, let's get a forum for you. Now, we are at war with the Etruscans, so we're going to move you over here.
March!
Alright, and they do go such as on the horse going fast, which is really nice.
Besieging settlement!
We're going to be going towards Arminium right now. And I believe you can actually have... You have to have a general for every army, I believe. So you can't have random troops. You can't just have, as far as I can tell, you can't have just random velites going around everywhere, which can get a little frustrating if you need to desperately reinforce people. But we'll get to that later. Right now, well, actually, let me move on to the minimap here. You got the minimap here. You have the events messages, whereas in the original game they would come down on the left over here. They're over here now. Over here you have the amount of forces you have available.
At your command.
Got these guys here,
Commander.
those guys,
Police
ships,
reporting.
and the spy.
You wish of me.
Let me see, provinces, overall food supply, and happiness rating. Oh, this must be taxes. Yeah, that's taxes. And then lastly, you have the different factions around you. Those are the ones you can actually see that are actually close to you. And we're just going to click this strategic overview. And you have in red us. You have the Etruscan leagues here, Carthage, Syracuse, which we're actually pretty good friends with, Sparta, Greece, Macedon, Epirus, let me see, Ardea, I hope I'm saying that, and Damate. And those sort of overview of all the factions that we can currently see. There are tons of factions in this game. Oh my gosh, it is mind-boggling. When I hit next turn, you'll see up top, and it's just insane. Down here you have your treasury, the amount of taxes expected, or your income expected for next turn. Amount of food surplus. You need to keep this high in order to keep people happy. You have low food, people are not going to be happy because they're going to be starving to death. And you have the amount of, you have the season you're in. Now, in the other game, in original Rome, the only seasons were summer and winter. In this game, they actually do 4 full seasons. And, oh yeah, here's diplomacy. Here's the one thing I actually don't like about the game. In the original Rome, you had to actually have a diplomat. Oh yeah, and they're super low graphics. You actually had to have a diplomat. If you wanted to go with the go to the Venetians and ask for trade or anything like that, you had to actually send someone up there, which is great because that's how they had to really do it. In this one, if you just encounter the people, you can just come here and ask for something, and that's what they took that out. I was kind of sad about that. But right now, our only friends are Syracuse. We're pretty good with them right now. We don't need to do anything for diplomacy. Technologies, we should be good. I think that's good enough overview. We're going to end turn. And I know the Bandicam logos up top is obscuring it, but from what hopefully you guys can see, there are just tons of factions, and it's a lot of tribes basically, which is really great historically. I mean, because it just wasn't all rebels in the other games. It would have just been a bit too easy just to call them rebels, which I really like. So there's a lot of difference, a lot of different people you can encounter in the game, and it's still going. It does go by alphabetical order after the main factions. There we go. All right, so event war declared from Athens against Epirus. All right, that's that going on. So, let's get our first battle started. Going to attack Arminium. Now, in the battles, you still have your ready up screen. You have your forces and their forces. Now, one thing you noticed is there was no army here earlier. Where the heck are all these people? These are the garrisons. And they actually have 2 types of garrisons. They have the land garrison, and they have a few ships in the harbor, which can actually land in battle. And I'm actually gonna do battle to show you garrison fleet for their allies and how many men they got. And they got the nice overview. It includes all the buildings that the sort of can get. It even has destructible scenery, which is cool. I really do like that very much. Alright, so we got weather conditions. It's currently raining. Let's wait. Good. Alright, good. Alright, so this is the battle map. Or the stage where we all set up. You guys know this. There we go. Now, there's a few things about the battles that I do not quite like. And it can be a little bit frustrating. Actually, you know what?
General!
Let's group you guys. Now, normally when you press G, the group stays like that. Not in this game. It just groups them all together. And normally in the game it would have the formation they're in right now. You actually have to save that formation. So let's get all these guys here and all these guys here. And when we have them all together, we're going to have to go down here and we're going to actually create formation group. That way they actually stay in the formation that they are in. We're going to start battle.
When in skirmish mode, troops avoid getting into melee by keeping their distance from the enemy and attacking.
Yes. Now, in this game, there is unrestricted camera access, which, compared to the last game, you can only go as far as your troops could see. But, now I don't quite like that, but they compensate by, let's say your troops are on the other side of the hill, they can't see the troops that are over here. But now that they're over on this side of the hill, they can actually see these guys. Now those troops right there, they just went behind the building. You don't know where they are. They're kind of there, but you don't know. You can only see them when they come around the building. That's what's really awesome about this. I really do like that. Oh, and as you can see, those garrison ships, they are landing. The troops can get off the boats and can take part in the battle. Now, once the troops are beached, they are stuck there. There is no getting them out. We're just going to go and engage them and see. They're over on the other side of the hill. I don't know where they are right now. We're gonna find out in a second. All right, come on, come on. Let's get you over the hill. Aha, there you are. We'll get my general in on this too, because these guys are light missile infantry. They're going to be running away very fast, as they can. Right now, we're doing all right so far, but I really do like the integration of ships in battle. Now, this is one thing I don't quite like. If I've got him selected, and I want to select another unit, I accidentally...
is turning in our favor.
Shut up, I don't know. I don't care. I accidentally... if I want to click someone else's group, sometimes I end up keeping this group selected, and they end up moving away contrary to whatever I want them to do. Boy, that was a jumble of words I think I just said.
General!
Alright, did we get rid of them all? Yes, they did. Alright, good. So those guys are retreating. They're no longer taking part in the battle. When someone routs, there is no chance for them to come back in the battle. So it does make it challenging, which is pretty nice. Like I said, I do apologize for the low graphics. My computer is barely holding up for this thing. Alright, so right now, we're just going to get there as soon as we can. Like I said, there is interactive scenery in this. Well, let's say if troops are moving through a wooden fence area, say like right here, they'll probably knock down the
hidden
fences,
units have been discovered,
which is actually really cool. One other great thing is if you actually have ships out in the harbor and you're attacking, let's say you have a ship that has a catapult on it, you can use that catapult to actually attack the cities, which is just awesome. Alright, we're all getting everybody up here. Yeah, see, I wanted to select him, but then I did select him, but then I moved him where I didn't want him to go. And that's the only sort of frustrating thing I found in the battle so far. Camera's not too bad. Oh, and you can do the whole insert thing, but it's not, well, in Napoleon Total War, you had the ability to actually go into individual troops. Not quite like this. This is more of this sort of view, which is still pretty sweet. And you can zoom in. Now, if you actually have an artillery piece and you do that, let's say a catapult or an onager or a ballista, you can control where they fire and actually fire the weapon yourself, which is really sweet.
For glory!
We got some Italian spearmen over here. Let's get some infantry up there now.
Our general is under attack.
Yes, I'm well aware our general is under attack. Now, there was one thing I didn't, that's taken out that I quite missed, was when the enemy general is killed, or your general is killed, it goes to that quick little camera angle of him dying. They took that out. I was quite sad about that, because I really did like that. You got to see, you know, where he was, and, you know, if you actually got him. And
The men are wavering.
yes, I know. It's because they're faced with really heavy infantry. And they're facing off against them anyway. Alright, good. The enemy general is routing. We haven't killed him, but that's okay.
Engage!
Get my general over here and get to you moving to go take them out. Because we got these heavy spear infantry that are really frustrating. Now, in the game, they actually do have...
Our men flee
yes,
the
I know.
field of battle. This
Now,
is a shameful.
they do have victory points, as they did in Shogun 2. And, well, this is because it's a small town. They don't have... They only have the main one, the main town center. In big cities, they'll have several big areas. We're talking like...
Advance at speed!
Go charge them. We're talking like the main district, the central area, you got the marketing district and stuff like that. So a whole lot of different victory points, and we've actually almost won. We just need to rout them and we should be good.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Yes, I'm well aware. Now, on the bottom, the green bar for the troops is how many troops they have. The blue bar is their ammunition, and you have, you know, these sword infantry, stars the general, stuff like that. Oh, excellent, good, we won. We're not going to kill, we're going to end battle. Alright, not bad for the first battle. Alright, and after the battle, you get that nice little character unit animation here. And we've taken the city, and now we have three options. We can occupy, loot, or raise the city. And we're just going to occupy, because they'll be happy with that. Now, because we've won our battle, and we've done very well, our general has increased in rank. And when your general increases in rank, you go here, and you go to details. And you have several types of details. You have the force that he's commanding, which we'll probably get to that later. And you have the actual character traits. You have his household, the general traits he has, and his skills. Now we got an upgrade in his skills, and so we're just gonna choose warrior. That should get a nice little upgrade. And let's actually upgrade our city here, and we'll get a farming settlement. That should help things. The populace doesn't quite like us, but we should be okay. Alright, and that is our first step for taking on the Etruscan League. Let's actually get our spy moving here. And we're going to see if we can do a little bit of sabotage. Now, when you have an agent, either a spy or a champion, which we'll get to those later, and you want them to carry out an act of sabotage or anything like that, it does take money and, you know, have a certain chance. And I really do like this. It has a chance of either positive outcome or negative outcome, which is really nice. You get to really make sure that what you're doing has a really good chance to succeed or not. We're not actually going to do anything right now because it doesn't look like she has a good chance of succeeding. Because you either the assassin might die, or they might fail, or they might even get wounded, which takes them off the map for a few turns until they are fully healed. Which I really actually like that. That's a pretty good little extra thing added. I'm just gonna get that. Now, when we have an army and we need to recruit more troops, instead of going to the city and having a garrison and doing the old recruitment in the first game, you have to go to recruit units, and you can actually pick from here. And the recruit units option, the recruitment options are based on what city you're closest to that has the available garrison. We're just going to get a unit of Hastati, and the garrison's able to support that. Now, the city garrisons actually, from what I can tell, they automatically respawn. And
Commander.
your troops, when they're injured in battle, they actually automatically reheal. Whoops. They automatically heal. They automatically replenish. So we got 5 turns until this unit is back to full fighting strength. And you can see sort of the green bar up top there. And you can only really replenish if you're in your own territory. Because if you're in the enemy's territory, you cannot. You're out of your own. You have no friendly men available, and you'll have to set a certain stance, which is down here, or a certain type of situation. We'll get to those later.
How can I be of assistance?
You're still not needed, and we're pretty good right now. We're just gonna see what the Etruscans do next. Research complete. We got our construction report. Carthage versus Syracuse. Alright, troops recruited. Very good, very good. Alright, the Etruscans don't seem to be doing too much. Oh, and by the way, each army has its own sort of name. These guys are the Heralds of Length. And my guys are just Legio I Italie. Each unit sort of has its own special little thing, or its own special name, which I really do like. I think that's really cool. Let's actually move you to the city. Maybe, yeah, that does decrease unhappiness just a little bit. That seems Syracuse is actually pretty much winning against Carthage, which is nice. Alright, so it is the winter month, and I think we can move out against
Finding
the Etruscans. Now, in Napoleon Total War, when you were in any snowy area, you actually got attrition.
We cannot.
The only attrition that I know of in this game is actually when you besiege a city and you sort of stay there, you don't attack. The you can get sort of disease in your camp and stuff like that. Same thing goes for any ships blockading a port, which it's interesting. It really takes a little bit of an interesting twist to it. Let me see. What do we want? We'll just get a shrine to Neptune. So that doesn't decrease our food. Now, one thing that I really do like is, let's say you want to intern right now. It actually lets you know. See, you are not currently researching any technologies. Oh, hey, I need to go research a new one. So that's really useful. It can remind you, hey, you're not researching anything, we're going to help you. We're going to just a gentle reminder that you need to do that. Don't forget. Right now, we seem to be doing okay. You know what? Let's actually let's recruit a new army. Yes, let's raise a new army. Let's see details.
The overall
Yes, I don't care. Yes. Now, when you want to raise a new army, you go to your city. And you hit the Raise Forces button. Now, you can either raise an army, raise a fleet. We can't raise a fleet because this place does not have a dockyard. Neapolis does. They do have a dockyard, so we could raise a fleet there. But right now, you can choose from several different generals. And you'll notice that over on the left, below his picture, has an eagle, an eye, and a fist. And the fist is Zeal. which is his personal combat prowess. The I is cunning, which is strategy, and the eagle is authority and how good he is at leading his troops into battle, that sort of thing. And those can increase or decrease depending on going throughout the different parts of the campaign, wherever different character traits add up, that sort of thing. Let me see. Now at the top here, we only have 2 of 4 armies. We only have 4. We have 1 of 2 fleets active right now. We're just gonna get you because you're free. I think you're in my family. I'm not quite sure right now. We can select a bodyguard unit. Legatus. We're just gonna go with that one. We're gonna hit recruit.
hunger for battle.
Now, when he's grayed out, he can actually not move. And let's get a few units for
Sign
you.
up, lads, for a good and glorious life.
Yes. And let's actually upgrade the barracks to a manipular barracks.
We
which is
hunger
nice.
for
Now,
battle.
when you're in the enemy's territory, you can actually hire mercenaries. You cannot recruit units because you're in the enemy territory. Let's actually get some Italian spearmen as extras, which will be nice. And yeah, I think. Alright, so they're not really doing anything right now. They might come for me, but I do not know. We'll have to see. Overall, I really think that comparing to the first Rome, as far as I can tell, the battles I think they've done an excellent job in. They've put a lot more effort into the battles and include a whole lot more stuff, such as the ships being able to beach, and sea forces being able to do a lot more. City-wise, I think it's still pretty good. I do love how the city expands. I'm really sad that they're sort of following their and not having to actually have a diplomat go and offer your demands. Let me see. Troubled populace, Magna Graecia. They're starting to get a little bit pouty or iffy. So let's. Let's get civil settlements. That sounds good. And ooh, yes, let's see what we can get an upgrade here. No. Let's get amphitheater. That sounds good. Alright, so trait gained. Lax. Kind words do not win battles. Cursor. Alright, so he's become lax. You lazy person. -5 for morale and -1 authority. Lovely. Alright, that's taken care of. Alright, so we might actually have to get him into some battles just to get his butt moving.
Commander.
But right now, let's initiate attack. And the Heralds of Leith and the Garrison Army. And actually, I don't know if I want to do an auto-resolve. Probably not. Alright, there was actually a bit more men than I thought, so we're actually gonna pull back. Yeah. And let's actually get... let's move you up anyway to the border here.
You have further orders, Commander.
And start recruiting some units, what we can anyway. And let me see, you're actually pretty close. Let's get you over here, and we'll see if we can initiate a sea battle here in a little bit against you. Well, actually, let's move you away because they'll still have the city garrison come out, which will be annoying. All right, yeah, let's just keep holding right now. I think that's everything because we're still getting research, and oh, and the Fog of War is really, really nice. I really do like that. It just looks so mysterious and unknown, but the map looks really super big, and I really do enjoy that. Do I really want to enter? There's a bit of texture pop in, but that's more or less my computer's fault. Again, laptop here, so not able to do a whole lot about that. You're actually, I don't know what kind of ship you are, but we'll see. We might, hopefully I can initiate a sea battle. If not, I'll just do a custom battle and get you guys to show you guys what the sea battles do look like, because they're pretty cool. It's a whole lot, in my opinion. I'm kind of trying to favor these a bit more than the Empire and Napoleon Total War sea battles, where random cannonballs can just explode your ships. Oh wow, the garrison army is still able to come out at me? Shoot. Do I want to give battle? We're pretty equal, except he's got reinforcements. Let's retreat a little bit further.
At ease, men.
Wish I had more men. Ah, here we go. Alright, this looks a whole lot better. I'll actually be able to beat these guys. Okay. Length. And from time to time, you do get very small enemy armies getting close to Rome. They'll say, hey, this army is getting close to Rome. Please destroy it. Alright. I do really like that feature. That's really something. Alright, so... Let's see. I'm on the... going down a hill, which is not the best place to be in right now, unfortunately. But we do have a plethora of missile troops, which is nice.
Don't forget that your units have a range of abilities that can be used to improve their performance in battle.
Yes, I know.
The eyes of the Senate and all Rome are upon us today. We must make them proud that we are their defenders. More than that, our Roman gods are watching. Make sure they are not ashamed.
And that's sort of taken over for the speeches given in the first game, which is, it's okay, I guess so. I really did kind of like the speeches, though. Those were kind of nice. But now, as your general, he has several different abilities at the bottom here. He has, you can actually dismount him if you'd like. He has Inspire, and he also has Rally, which is nice. He's got his Area of Influence, which helps out.
Commander!
Right now, we're just going to fast forward. We're going to more or less wait for the enemy. Now, one really cool thing was, if you notice on the map here, any light areas is stuff that my troops can actually see. Any dark areas is, let's say this is over on the other side of the hill, we don't know what's there. So, it's sort of darkened out, so, you know, we really can't see anything, which, it's a really cool feature. I do still like it a lot. Right now, let's see, their general is in the infantry. Now, I'm actually not sure about this battle, just because they have a lot of heavy infantry. We're going to have to, I might actually lose. But, it doesn't really matter too much. They only gave me so much time to play this game for free, so I'm gonna make the most of it still. I only have about maybe like an hour or so left, according to Steam anyway. But I thought, you know what, let's make a video about it, because I think it'd be really good to get my opinion, or, you know, see about my opinion comparing this game to the others, to the original Rome. Right, they're just straight out charging us right now.
Men of Italia!
We have some mercenary spearmen, which is nice. Alright, these guys are pulling back. We'll have our Hastati throw their pile.
We await your command. Engage! Your orders.
Alright, they're attacking these spearmen.
Our general is under attack.
Ready! Commander! General!
Let's get the general over here.
General! More quickly now! Withdraw!
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Riders at the double!
Alright, let's see if we can get around them here
And forward!
and charge into their flank, because these heavy infantry can be quite annoying. And the the action camera, when you press insert, kind of the camera does move with the troops, meaning it's like it feels as if you're actually fighting in there, which is really neat. I do like that a lot.
Advance at speed!
All right, let's see if we can hit another unit in the back here. Yeah. Causing disruption all along the line here. Our Italian infantry is holding them off quite nicely, which is good. But we need to break some units here. Yeah, this is the annoying part. I keep on moving this one, and I don't want to. I want to select everybody, which is that's the really frustrating. Alright, good. You hit there.
Orders! General! Make for glory!
Alright, good. We're actually doing not too bad.
Missile infantry at your command. Orders understood.
Alright, good. They're about to break. Good. They broke.
Riders advance!
The battle is turning in our favor.
Yes, I can see that.
Riders at the double!
We just need to hit this massive amount of units in the back. And right here, that's the general's unit. And you can actually change the symbol. I mean, I don't think it does anything except maybe show the difference between certain big army groups. But I guess it's okay feature. I really don't use it too much. These guys are just the Eagle just because they came with it.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Yes, I know. And these Italian infantry mercenaries are taking the brunt of the attack. Let's see if we can actually spot the general here. Zoom in. No, I don't see him quite yet. Let me see. Oh, jeez. I'm not quite seeing him
One of
just
our
yet.
units has used all its ammunition.
He's around here somewhere. Oh, that's okay. We're about to win. Yes. Again, I'm sorry the resolution can't be any better, but hey, what can I do? Oh, that texture pop. Yeah! And depending on what happens in the battle, will determine how these guys sort of fight it out. Let's just kill the captives.
Gathering supplies.
Good, they're retreating. Alright, and we also got a rank up, which is nice. Alright, it seems their fleet is deciding not to move, so I may actually just have to make my own sea battle here in just a second. But yeah, sometimes let's say if I want a very quick, decisive victory, crushing victory against those guys, instead of those two guys, I would probably just stab the other one through the throat and kill him. Because depending on how the battle goes. Let's see, war declared, construction complete, household expands. Oh yeah, so we have the household expanding. Let's actually replace that. That looks pretty good. Alright, good. Let's replace. Now, these guys gained a military tradition, and that is over here. These are for all the troops, whereas this one was for the general himself. This one's for the troops. And these are not quite random, but they they sort of follow the same pattern for every guy. They'll start out with these 3 and it branches off. Let's get formidable fighters. That's for all the infantry here. Alright, let's just finish these guys off. And we're actually going to auto-resolve this one. And now, when you auto-resolve, the game takes into account how many troops you have compared to them, and how good they are and stuff like that. You have several stances you can choose. You can try the aggressive stance, the balanced, or the protective. And you can see the remaining forces on the side there, percentage-wise. And let's see, aggressive is for trying to fight them when they have superior missiles. Balanced is for kind of both. And defense protective is when you have a lot of missile troops. We're going to go protective. There we go. See, quick and easy stab. And we're going to enslave the captives. Excellent. He already got himself an upgrade.
Ready for battle.
Too. And let's see here. We're going to go with just the general one here. Now, when you do want to move your troops across the ocean, well, actually, I might be able to show you with this guy here in just a second. But let's go on and go take Valathri. And they have their garrison here. We're just going to auto-resolve again here. Let's go with the aggressive. Yes. Excellent. We're just gonna occupy. We'll be nice. And let us expand the city and get a villa. That'll be good. And I just love how it does that. That's so neat. Now, when you have an army and you want to move them across the ocean, it's simple as that. They get on sort of troop transports, and you can actually combine them with your fleet, but that is a bit... sometimes it is a bit... it doesn't like you doing that sometimes. It's a bit iffy. Right now... Oh, I know what I want to do. You can, like I said, you can also change the emblem. Here we go. And there's tons, so many emblems. Right now, we're just gonna go with the regular. We're gonna go back to the regular Eagle one. You can see it change it up there at the top, which is pretty neat. Excuse me. Let's get our spy and move her. Now, you have several agents available to you. You have your spy, champion, and what is it? Oh yeah, a dignitary. I haven't actually gotten a dignitary yet. Undermine enemy generals, hinder government, and incite provinces to rebel. And the champions, they're sort of the military veterans that they're more of hit and run, like ambushing patrols is one of their specialties, or stuff like that. Champions are good for rooting out spies. Spies are good for rooting out dignitaries. Dignitaries are good against champions. So there's it's sort of a balance there. I've used the champions before. They're actually pretty good. They're really useful for. They can actually destroy entire enemy units, not armies, just a single unit if they're good enough, which is nice. But let's see. Am I leaving anything out right now? Well, there was one extra thing I wanted to get to. Sometimes there are short, very small objectives. Oh, hold on. Household expands. Alright, good. Okay. Province under control. Settlement captured. And we got a resource. Good. That's good for trading. Excellent. There was one thing I'm hoping can happen in the next turn or two. Oh, yes. Issue an edict. Alright. When a population really likes you, you can issue an edict to them. Which, if... Hold on, I have to find it. Ah, here we go. It's in Rome. Edicts do different things. We do Romanization, commercial stimulation, bread and games. We're just going to do bread and games. That should be nice. Make the people happy. But there was one thing I'm really hoping for in the next turn or two, is these short objectives. or no, situations. That's sort of it. Sometimes random events happen, and you'll have a choice between one or two. Good. You have a choice between two or more options, and depending on what you choose, could affect your army or the city or how much the people like you. I'm hoping they're just sort of randomly happen. Alright, physical conditioning, good. Oh, good, he gained notoriety. Okay. I think this is it. Yes, here we go.
Gravitas is the accumulated popularity and standing of a character in the Roman world. It gradually increases or decreases over time through military victories, crushing defeats, and his actions during missions or as the subject of dilemmas. When a certain level is reached, the character becomes important enough to take part in politics.
Okay, so yes, this is the notoriety thing. This is the thing I wanted to show you. The Dolphin Rider. Young boy in this province has befriended a dolphin. So great is their bond that the creature allowed the boy to saddle it. The spectacle drew visitors from far and wide at the cost of entertaining them, is taking its toll on the province's finances. So, we do have a better local trade now, but we can either charge to see the dolphin, kill the dolphin, or we can do nothing. I had this issue come up, and I chose to charge to see the dolphin. I'm actually going to do nothing right now, and we'll see what happens. Edict issued. That's for Rome. Trouble populace. Alright, yeah. So, we'll see how that goes. Now, excellent. You are here. So, yes. I don't know. I'm hoping I can win this.
For death and honor!
Let me see. Alright, let's do this. I've been wanting to show you guys what the sea like. It's really cool. The defenders of the Tyrrhenian Sea. Alright, let's start the deployment here. Alright, so these are our ships. Our lovely, lovely galleys. Starting over here. These two are sort of missile galleys.
Take aim! Fire!
Now, with the whole galleys thing, the only really good one, or the only...
And I will spare your lives.
Nice.
Take a fight, and you will have only death and defeat.
Hey,
now,
whales.
To work, men.
I did not notice that. That's really cool. Now, and you can actually, for the first time, you can actually insert on the ship, whereas that didn't happen in the other Total War games in Napoleon or Empire. But yeah, your only options are to either you can actually ram the ship, which we're going to do right now, or you can board the ship and go and get into a fight. And right now, what I'm planning on doing is having these guys go around and shoot some missiles at this bigger ship. This guy's a heavy one. He's a heavy melee ship. I only got a medium one, so we're gonna have to play it very cautiously and avoid him at all possible. Alright, and the green thing is having increased rower speed. Row hard. We're going to want to avoid him because he can crush us. I think I can win this. I'm not quite sure.
Glory to Rome!
Our general is under attack.
Yes, I'm well aware. Thank you for letting me know. I'm trying to avoid not getting smashed here. I'm not the best at sea battles in the Total War series. I'm okay, but I'm not the best. I'll admit it. But I really just wanted to show you guys the sort of, what they have available. Shoot, he's gaining on me.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Well, that's good to know. if we could just keep rowing.
Give way!
Because this guy is big, and I do not want to, I need to go against him. Oh!
An entire unit has perished.
No! Wow, they sunk one of my boats by ramming it. Doggone it. Fine, you want to be difficult?
Moving out! Hard on the oars! Move out!
Oh no. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Hopefully we can get our small ship
One of
to
our
keep
units
ramming.
has used all its ammunition.
Mars, aid us!
Let's ram this one here.
Ships ready! Get at them!
You gotta keep ramming him. Man, they just obliterated mine. Oh, yeah.
Set oars! Give way!
Good. That should be him knocked out. Almost. Oh, is he sinking? Wow. Oh, good. Yes, yes, yes. This is where I want to go.
One of our ships is being boarded.
Alright, so they're boarding mine right now, but I get to come in and hit them. Bam! Yes.
Weapons ready!
Keep going.
Glory for Rome!
I think we're about to win this. Yes! Haha.
Get ready, you bloody... Rome is mother!
The men are wavering.
It's okay.
Assault ships ready for orders! Hack them down!
Go, go, go. Yeah. Excellent, I won. Right. Excellent. And with the defeat, they go down to Poseidon.
Yes.
Excellent. And we're going to enslave the captives. And our admiral increased in rank.
Your orders?
So, let's do a quick thing here. Let's get strategist and... no, that wouldn't be good. Ah, Hasta. That looks good. Excellent. So that was our first sea battle for the video anyway. And,
Commander?
let me see. You guys are still there. We need to get new technology. Let's actually get the civil stuff going. And right now, I think that's actually going to be it for this video and for me in Rome 2 Total War. I really do like this game. It's been fun. I think I need to get a better computer is one to see that all that it has to offer. I would need a lot more time with this game. I've still had, for what time that I have had in it though, I've had a lot of fun. And it's been challenging, but I like that. As far as comparing this game to the original Rome Total War, they've expanded a lot on it. I will grant them that they have expanded a lot on it. I actually don't know if they even have the whole Wonders thing anymore, or do they? Yeah, they do. I think that's the Temple of Zeus, I think. And let me see, did they still have, well, I really can't see through the fog of war very well, so they might still have the, temple, the other wonders of the world elsewhere. Let me see here, can I find the, pyramids here? Probably not. Ah, well, whatever. I mean, they've added a lot to this game. I really am pretty happy with that. Oh, that texture pop in. Oh, gosh. They've taken some stuff out, but they've put a lot of other stuff back in. Like I said, I'd probably need more time, but overall, I think it's given a pretty decent impression on me. I don't think it's been that bad. At least compared to a lot of what other critics say. Because I know when this game first came out, it had a lot of bugs, and I know they fixed a lot of issues in it. But I think it's a game that I just need to take a little bit more time in. But I want to thank you guys for watching the video. I know it's probably not a super professional critique or anything. I just wanted to show you guys the game and sort of what it's all about, my first impressions of it. But thank you guys very much for watching. I'll see you later.